Welcome. So today I'm going to be sharing a reflection about this feeling, this whatever it might be, grief, loss, will change. So that's the reflection for today. So I'm out here, it's a spring morning, the rains have passed, it's very wet here, and just wanted to offer a reflection today following up from last week's reflection that I gave about being with the unbearable. And in that I just said that I'd been going through a dark time, and my practice was just being with that, feeling that, really embodying how does it feel to feel as I'm in a dark space. That, how does it feel physically? And a week on, I just wanted to share a reflection that when we do that practice of being with the unbearable, with being with the grief, the loss, the anger, when we really embody it, we feel it. It's like this analogy of placing a staff in one hand, shield in the other. You're stood on the edge of a cliff, facing out to sea, and you feel that open-chested. This is what it feels like to feel this grief, this loss. This is what it feels like. When we do that, then it passes. And I love what Ajahn Sumedho speaks about from the Thai forest tradition. And he says that when we are really mindful of these different states, we can start to see that and ask the question, who is watching? Who is it that knows? So we can be feeling this unbearable feeling. And yet there's some part of ourselves outside of that which is watching the unbearable. It's not the unbearable. And this kind of helps us to connect to that spiritual part of ourselves, that we have part of ourselves which knows. And so today really what I'm wanting to share is about this thing of impermanence, that everything changes, that when we bring that mindful attention to what's going on, it feels unbearable, I feel grief, someone's passed, and when I'm with it and I really embody it, then the more I practice this, the more I realize that these things pass, that I don't always feel grief. And for a lot of us, because we are not prepared to be with uncomfortable feelings, when they do come along and when they stack up, say we do go through grief, we lose someone or we get sick, we don't seem to have that ability to cope because it's just too much, we're not used to it. Whereas when we develop that attention, that awareness, and we learn to be with the unbearable, then we see that it passes. And when it comes along, it doesn't overwhelm us. It's like, this is what it feels like. And part of that is to really be with and to be aware when we're feeling in those happy spaces, those great spaces, to be aware that that passes too. And it's really important, because if we get attached to the happy states, when the dark states come along, we get attached to those as well. So just a brief reflection about impermanence, really. So yeah, just to see that everything passes, and the more you bring that mindful awareness to all states of being, then you see that things change. So I hope this makes sense, and from this beautiful location, beautiful day, may you be well. And please comment below any reflections you have about this. Maybe if you watched last week's video, how it feels different this week. Make a reflection about that. If you'd like to share it or like it, then please do. Okay, many blessings to you. Okay.